I don't think there is a better success story than the one you're about to hear. We're here at R G Precision, and Enzo, I hear you've got twins.
Indeed. Yes, we have another addition to the MX that we bought in June last year. And purely the success of the first one made me want the second one, and hopefully possibly a third and a fourth. So
wonderful news.
It's worked really well, yeah.
So what's the story then? Why did you go for the first machine in the first place?
Well, I've always wanted one, as we discussed in the previous video we did, that for me, wanted to go automated, lights out, more precision, quicker, cheaper for the customer, and getting more work from it. Getting the first one was a bit of a slog, but it proved it worked.
Yes.
That quickly filled up, and I had no choice but to go for a second one, because the customer liked what we were doing, liked the quality we were giving them, and that then said, right, well, we'll give you more work, and here's the second one.
And so why did you go for the same machine, the same model?
For me, it was important because we learnt a lot with the first one. We spent a lot with the first one. So having a sister machine exactly the same was a no-brainer, because it literally was plug and play. From programs to tooling to work holding, it came in again and it cut on day one.
It's a seamless transition, really.
Exactly, yeah.
So tell me about, because this is quite a big purchase to make. So what was the confidence? What was the moment where you want, not only do I need this new machine, but what was happening? How did it change your business?
It changed the business because having new customers come in, having the current customers, it enabled me to open up their portfolio of work more. They were saying that they needed components high volume, but obviously a lower cost because of the high volume.
Yeah.
And by having the first one, we learned that we could actually do that with a single spindle and a single table, or one machine, no pallet, whatever. You couldn't do that because you couldn't get the cost. But with this one, having 80 components on one machine
Amazing.
is phenomenal. And if they're even smaller, we're looking at setting up another job now, where in one vice we're going to get 4 components. So that's times 4, so 80 times 4, running the whole weekend. That does one order for me in one weekend.
It's really incredible. There's so much I kind of want to ask you as well. So how many tables, how many pallets do you think or machines are you replacing by getting one machine like this?
Okay, so if we look at the typical setup on one of these machines, at any one time we can have 6 different jobs. So for me, minimum, that would be 6 normal VMCs. And the beauty thing of it is, once running and you put it in inspection, your machine's not down because you've got another job set up. You just press the button and it's still cutting. So you have your principal job and you have your background jobs, which are not needed urgently, probably later on in the month or in 3 or 4 weeks' time.
Yeah.
But because you've got the orders and you've got the schedule, while that's in inspection, you just keep running.
And you've scheduled on these already, how far in advance?
We've got work on these until June, July next year, which then gives me the confidence that we can do that kind.
And have you got new customers, or is it original customers? Where are you getting that work from? Because you always say, whatever happens, you need to feed these machines.
Exactly, they're hungry machines, so the investment's big, the return is fantastic, but you've got to make sure that you've got the work, because obviously if the spindle stands still, you're defeating everything. So yeah. I was able to tap into the current customers, extract more work from them on a monthly repeat.
Yeah.
Get them running, so I was confident and happy that they were running, and then I'm allowed to then go out and get new 5-axis work.
And I love the way that you said to me about paying for these machines, and the hours at the weekend, which were hours previously where you weren't making money, yeah. You're utilising those, and that's giving you confidence in payment. So how do you see it? How are you working out in your head to justify this?
So obviously with the finance on these, it's something that's not cheap. But if you can get the work and plan it out over the weekend, so your Saturday and Sunday, well for us it's Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday, you can load them up, smaller work, bigger quantities, make it run all the way through the weekend, and if you work it out properly, over the 4 weeks of the month, you've virtually paid your finance just at the weekend.
That as a justification for me, it's a no-brainer.
It is indeed. I mean, it's a big investment. It's a very big investment. It's time-consuming. if you want to get them running correctly. But once they're running correctly, it's fantastic.
And it's worth it. And as you've said, you might be looking to get more. I'm guessing these have transformed your business. Just the last question really is there anything that now since you've had them installed and you've got them running, is there anything new, anything that you didn't know about the machines that they're capable of? And what's really impressed you?
What's really impressed me is what we found out with the first one, where we bought it. We had a lot of pre-work done, so all the fixtures were coming in, the tooling and everything before the machine arrived. And as I said to you before, our guy went up to learn the machine, the Matsuura. When it hit the floor running, literally. And it's the first time that we've had a machine, brand new machine, new programmed part, into inspection right first time. The accuracy of these things is incredible. And that is what surprised me. And that also gave me the confidence to go and get another one.
Well, I told you, you wouldn't get a better success story than this one here. Thanks, Enzo.
Thank you.